All right. What's going on, Wine? How you doing? I'm doing pretty good. How you doing? Just gonna be playing some more Crimson Desert today. Hopefully everyone's having a good one today. I've been periodically going back and forth, like streaming and stuff like that. My health was having some issues, so I did get a little sick, and then now I'm just getting back into the groove of things. I do appreciate everyone stopping in. Anyone that's just joining in, I appreciate if you guys follow, like, and subscribe. I do stream over on YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. I appreciate you guys. I will never ask you to subscribe to me on Twitch. If you want to, that's all up to you, but I just want people to be following me. You know, I do love games, streaming games and stuff like that. It's always a very fun and interactive thing to do. But yeah, hit that notification bell to be notified every time I go live. Give me a like, thumbs up, all that good stuff. And leave a comment in the comments section on the videos. It goes a long way. I'm trying to figure out like the best builds to do in Crimson Desert right now. I did get the Soul Spear yesterday. I did upgrade it quite a bit actually. So if you actually check it out right over here. I got it up to 33. These, the two single-handed swords, I did upgrade to level 30. But obviously this can reach like level 42 or 44 or something like that. So I might actually start building out the spear and kind of max that out and then see where it goes from there. But I do post highlight reels over on Twitter, Instagram, Threads, Facebook, TikTok, Lemonade, Little Red Book, and Rumble. Those are all the platforms that I do post daily. So if you guys want to get any type of updates, anything of that sort, I do post the quickest way out of all the other content creators out there. I do post the quickest way to do it. Sometimes I do kind of like I might look up a few things here or there. Very rarely do I do that, but I do kind of figure out trial and error myself, and then see the best way to do all these kind of things. So like I do post the best way on PC of how to get like the legendary mounts, stuff like that. The quickest and fastest way to do it. Everyone else is like, oh, this is what you do this. And like, yeah, in theory, some of those do work. Like if you're on PlayStation or on Xbox, there is like a specific way that you can get a mount, and you basically just like hit square the entire time. Like as soon as you jump on the mount, you just keep on hitting that, and then it'll tame it right away. But on PC, obviously, you don't have that. So there is a lot more people that actually play this on PC than you would actually realize. And I basically do show you the best way to do it on PC, you know, because there's definitely specific ways that you have to do certain things and stuff like that. So I do kind of show you the best way to do it. So But yeah, I mean, you guys are just jumping in right now. I do kind of show you some of like the really good builds that you kind of want to start out with. This one is definitely one of the better builds that you want to go with, especially because of the type of things that it gives you pretty much. So like if you go with this build specifically, and that's going to be end up being the Frost Cursed plate armor. So it has like the helm, has the chest plate, the cloak, all that stuff. You want to go with that just because there are specific things that you need it for, and when you end up going to like the fire and stuff like that, like you don't really have too much of an issue with that. You could pretty much just like upgrade the fire resistance to a certain degree, which what I'm going to do is I am going to end up creating a second build that will have fire resistance to level 15 when I do need it. But right now, the frost cursed plate armor is kind of one of the main ones that you do want to have. So I got that like super early. I think I got it within maybe like 20 hours. But I'm finally starting to level it up. There is another armor that I was leveling up before that, which is this one right here, the Odex. I got this probably 70 hours in, and it's my favorite one, so I was definitely upgrading it a lot quicker, just because I definitely wanted to have like a better build, pretty much like something that I would actually enjoy having. So they have a lot of similarities to stuff. I know that like the movement speed on this, it does have like a movement 3. This one's only got a level 2. So this one has like an innate thing on there. Unfortunately, with when it actually comes down to the actual chest armor and all that stuff, the Frosted Curse plate armor would have been the best one. But because of the fact that they made it specifically like this, because what you can use this armor, apparently you take this armor and you turn it into the Cuckoo armor. I did kind of look and like see what else they have going on with that, but that's pretty much what happens with this one. And then I believe when you do that, the ice resistance goes up by a little bit. And then I think there are slots that open up on it. So there's just different things that go on with it. But today I'm not really going to be trying to do anything specific. All the other days I was doing like, I was making sure that I was going for this. I did other things and stuff like that. So I'm trying to upgrade this armor because there is a person that I will end up fighting that is wearing the same armor for the most part. And so I do want to kind of like max out everything. And then you could also transfer a lot of the things that you do for this armor into the Cuckoo armor. Not only that, but you can end up having the Odeck armor, and any gears that you use for this one, you could transfer it over and stuff like that. So, gonna be June in a couple days. Nah, it's going. How you doing, Chill? Yo, Chilly. What's going on, man? Yeah, I mean, my mental health is doing pretty well. My physical health was a little bad, but I'm feeling a lot better now. Um, so I'm basically just working on that kind of stuff. What I probably should do is probably move this over to this. Because, I mean, the movement speed is good, but it doesn't really help too much if you can't give a good attack. How you doing today, though, Chili? How you been? Yeah, so I think I might go over to the witch and then put some of that stuff onto there. Yeah, so this bird has definitely been perched there all the time now. The one thing I've noticed, though, is that the wyvern isn't really around here. I think there's probably going to be another patch that they're going to do and see what they're going to do with that. Alright. It is 7:12. You know what I need to do? I haven't done this in a while.
Got a job?
Yeah, might as well. See if there's any new things out there. What's this? The ruins. I don't have enough to be able to send them out there. Sky routes. I am trying to figure out a lot of the other stuff. So we got the Fallen Abyss. Yeah, there's a lot of things that I do need to do to unlock a lot of the stuff. Like, I do need to go there. That's where the crab thing is or whatever. What's this one do? Gorthak Gate. Fisher Haven. The winery. You know what, before I do any of that,
Just tell me the name.
let me see if there's any quests. No, I don't see any of the Graming quests. Action. Okay, so I've done all of the available ones. There are certain ones that I have to get to by progressing the story. So I've maxed that out for now, which is 29. This one's got establish a farm at the camp in Howling Hill, which I can do right now. And how would I do that?
Welcome back. You've earned some rest today.
Huh? I'm confused. Why am I going here? But why would I go there?
No one should weather dark times all on their own.
That's literally like... It's like right here, dude.
Any unpleasant task, leave it to me.
That's not helping at all. Alright. Field of Abundance. Yeah, see, I already donated so much silver. Damn, dude. There's just so much I need to give him. Land of Dreams. Okay, then how do you do this one? Yeah, see what's great about the spear that I have, you don't have to refine it or do any of this mumbo jumbo. It stays good as new. And that's what I like about it. I have been thinking about progressing through the main plot of the story to like go to chapter 7 and 8. What I want to do is max out this gear and the other gear and the spear, and then I'll start progressing through the story again. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff I need to do before I can do any of that. Milking mission, where's that at? Okay, I'll just go on over there. I kind of rather just put this back in, honestly. Kind of getting annoying that it's still out.
Thanks, Solomon. Been looking all over for you.
How long till the shift's over?
I don't know.
Payday comes, I'm getting a proper
Is the
aim.
guy I gotta talk to?
Earned that much.
Hello, traveller.
I'm guessing. He's got iron ore. I mean, what do I really need?
Enjoying the day? Interested in anything else?
Oh, thanks, Solomon. Been look. Marshal Midler sent me to find you. Took me a while, I'll admit. You've done so much for our fair city. He said he wanted to return the favor. He had something specially commissioned from the sawmill, just for you. Should be finished by now, so go on. Don't keep them waiting.
Interesting. Blueprint. Is that the guy? Where do I go? Yeah, see, there's a lot of things that are not making too much sense. Okay, I don't understand what I'm supposed to do here. They don't make no sense.
I'm on night duty this eve.
Milking mission, but then what do I do? Okay, yeah, see, it's stuff like this that like doesn't really make too much sense on what you need to do. Okay, so you have to initiate a dispatch from the map. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Duh. Let's see. a milking mission.
What sort of what?
That's egg harvesting. Cow milking. Yeah, it's got to be this one. See, you only need 2. Let's see.
Warrior, you can always tell me who you're looking for.
There we go. Alright, and then let's see. So we got that one running. Land of Dreams. Okay. So to do this one, establish a farm. It's got to be one of the missions here.
Got a job?
Howling Hill Camp Pond construction. Farm built. Farm. Okay, yeah, so it's this one. Need 6 of them. Okay. And then Cuckoo Pot production. Okay. Need 5. I need more.
Remember,
Nice.
there's no mission in this world we'll turn down.
Alright, so we got that going.
Oh,
Give you
could
some
fatten
more.
the camp's funds through a bit of
Give you some
trading.
more provisions. Okay. Hmm.
You got any good? Once you have another load of trade goods, bring them right to me.
Yeah, I'm sure. Alright, so I can give him this one. What's going on, Namu? I do got 2 tree branches that I can max out, I guess. That would be kind of funny. Whitewood bow. Good enough for now. Good enough for now. Right. It is 12 hours. All right.
You could fatten the camp's funds through a bit of trading.
I'm sure. Nah, I can't do that, huh?
I just love organizing and sorting out everything. You got any? Bring me whatever you want packed. Hungry, are ya?
I could sell those lamps to him.
So, let me tell you something. It's my job to keep everyone's belly full.
Alright. Now, to upgrade. Let's see. This one, I'll need... It is a level 3. So I need more iron ore and copper. Iron and copper. I got plenty of large bone, so I'll be able to upgrade this stuff quickly. So I am at 3, right? 4, 3, 5, 6. So I need 6 abyss artifacts. No, I need more than 6, because it'll start costing 2. No, it'll be 1 each. Yeah. in order to max that out. Not what I wanted to do. You can't level that up, but this you can. Alright. I only need about 50 of those. Okay, so I need a lot of iron ore. You know what I do need to do? I need to find the one place that has like all of the ore, all of that stuff. So I need to let's see. Yeah, so it's like a mineral farm area that a lot of people do use, I guess. But I'm trying to, there's like one specific spot to go to. Because I'm trying to find out like where all the iron ore is. And then that's the other thing too, is I need to open all of these actually. I'm gonna need to farm gold as well. I mean, I do have 21 crude gold bars, but I need more. That's for sure. Like a lot more. And today is just all about maxing everything out. Yeah, I prefer the aesthetic of this spear. Honestly, it just looks better. I could go around grabbing as much as I can. Yeah, it's grabbing all this material is gonna be crazy. It's gonna be insane, dude. Gonna be crazy. Yeah, so my hair is getting to that point where it's like an in-between phase. Like, do I want to make my hair messy or do I want to slick it back or what? You know? Um, Stoneback crab wetlands. Okay. It's not this, right? Where's that at, though? I've pretty much ventured out everywhere, just not there, I guess, right? Hmm. Where is this spot at? Oh, okay, so it's in like a little area in Delicia. So it's gonna be over here, I guess. Which I've been over there before, so I guess that does narrow things down a bit. That actually narrows things down significantly. So there is something I am thinking about doing is I'm probably going to get the foam that you put over this, and then I'll take this off and I'll be able to put the mic closer towards me. But the thing is like, I don't know. I'm trying to figure all that out. Yeah, so I've been over here before. Oh, wow. There is a lot of stuff over here. Like, a lot. Look at that. Look at all this ore. That is insane, dude. No way. There's so much over here, dude. Look at this. That's insane. There's just so much over here, dude. I don't even know what this is. What is that? Azurite? Dude, there's so much around here, dude. Jeez. But then there's like a lot of it that you can't even do anything with. This is copper, yeah. Dude, it's crazy that there's so much over here. This is a ridiculous amount, bro. Dude. I never would have suspected that there was actually this much over here, dude. Apparently there's a boss that does come over here, but I haven't done any of that quest line yet, so you won't be coming around anytime soon. Jeez. Dude, there's just so much of it over here, dude. More copper. Jeez. There's even more over here. That's crazy. Did I already do this one? I feel like I've done this one already. Nah, I couldn't have. No garnet. Wow. I feel like there's got to be some more over here. That can't just be it, you know? Yeah, it's funny. A lot of people are actually saying that, like, they're annoyed by the wyvern. This is just wah, wah, the entire time. I mean, I get it, dude. It is kind of annoying. Just hearing it over and over and over and over again. Oh, there's some more over here that did I skip out on? No. Those are the ones that I found. So I guess this is how people are mining everything, huh? You just continue going over here. Looks like it's growing back. Take a little bit of time though. Oh, that he could definitely grab. How how many hours do I have in this game? So I would say that I'm at like 180 hours into it. Yeah, about 180 hours. I don't need that guy out anymore. Yeah, 180 hours. I actually have not completed the campaign yet. I got to chapter 6. Let's see. So if you go to the main quest, I got to chapter 6 within 60 hours. And then I was like, you know what? There's like a whole bunch of other things that I can do, that I want to do. So basically, when I reached chapter 6, like 53% in, I was like, you know what? I'm going to start doing a whole bunch of these side quests. I'm going to level up my gear. Like, I had not leveled up my gear at all when it came to getting to chapter 6. And then I'd like maybe leveled up one or two things. Not even that much. Like, it maybe gave like 2 attacks to my sword or something. Like, something small. But then now I just kind of like decided to actually start going through a lot of the quests. Doing all these things. And also I wanted to get like better gear, or gear that I would actually enjoy using before I actually finish out like the main campaign. I would have been long done with the campaign, but there are certain things that I did grab, like the Faded Shadow Sword. I grabbed that in chapter 4 when you're only supposed to realistically be able to get it in chapter 9. And I'm only in chapter 6 still, so I figured that I was like halfway done with the campaign, and I was like, you know what? I kind of want to continue to actually like, I want to 100%, like 100% the game. It'll be my first like I don't know, people consider it like kind of like a Dark Souls game, so I kind of wanted to be like my first full go through of the game to be able to like fully finish, you know. Yeah, I want to get the powers, but don't know how to. This game does have a lot. Yeah, so I did get the baby wyvern, you know, so that's what I had out right now. As you can see, I got that yesterday. It's a little annoying though, because it just goes wah the entire time. Oh, this game is absolutely amazing. For me though, I would have to say like there are certain things that if you want to actively do, like you do need a lot of money to be like you don't need money to finish the main campaign, but there are certain things if you want to do, you know, so like if you want to get your camp to Payloon again, because that's where the original camp was. If you want to go back there, you need like a whole bunch of funds for that. There's like a lot of other things that if you want to do that, there's a lot of money you need. So like a lot of gold helps out. But I mean, this is the first time that I'm farming materials. So what I would usually do periodically is I would just go and I would get, you know, like copper ore around the camp, and I would just like upgrade stuff periodically. But now I'm actively trying to max out this specific armor, just because the ice resistance is a very necessary thing that you need against one of the bosses that I haven't fought yet. I think he's in like chapter maybe 8 or 10 or something, but I haven't fought him yet. I haven't played the other 2 characters yet. They kind of do force you into playing them. I haven't done that yet. My bow, I do want to finish maxing that out actually. But I've gotten like where I can not consume any of the arrows. There's a whole bunch of things that I have done that I did very, very early on. But yeah, I would definitely have to say this game is absolutely amazing. yeah, it is crazy how you can build your own house. You can do all this crazy stuff. Yeah, still in Hernand, for sure. Me, I mean, if you look at my map, I've kind of like sporadically ventured out. So like I've gone all the way over here, because I wanted to get the absolute black dye, the absolute white dye. I wanted to get some gold type of dye, which they don't have like an actual gold dye. They have like a rich yellow and a deep orange. Those are the kind of the only gold-ish type of dyes you can use. So I've ventured out over here past Delicia. I've gone all the way over here to Varnia, because the Varnia area is where you would actually use the black dye. And then right over here in Tashkalp is where you'd get the gloves, the ones that are right here. To get the champion plate gloves, and these are the ones that glow. So that's where you get those. Like there's a lot of, I've ventured out into like all different parts to kind of collect the armor that I want to max out, because I don't want to spend like extra time. Like if I go and I'm like, oh, I like this armor, and then the next thing you know, I end up getting like another piece of armor that I kind of like. Some armors you actually need to have. I know they're all mostly the same, but not entirely, just because like you look over here and the Frost Cursed plate armor has an innate a level 7 resistance to cold. You need that, because you don't have too many slots to be able to put things in on the armor, so it's kind of like you kind of need these things. But yeah, it's really crazy with like how everything is. I wouldn't say I've really lost I've been trying to slowly do. I mean, if you look over here in Hernand, I've done so much of it. I just went to the H yesterday to be able to get the soul spear, and then I actually leveled it up from, I think it was level 20. It starts out when you get it. I got it to level 33 just in one day, and then I added all these on there. No, I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, David. Yeah, I mean, I've created a lot of different videos. Like I've looked up some stuff, like if there's certain puzzles and stuff like that, I try my best not to look those up. I try to look for materials and stuff that I want. See, like over here is where, if you actually look at the map, you can see all the different types of ores that you can get. And I just came here. This is the first time that I've actually stopped at this area. And I ventured all the way from over here to go to here in order to be able to farm all these materials, just because I'm trying to level everything up. So, yeah, there's things that I do look up just to kind of figure out like where stuff is. But then, I also try to find out like what's the best way to do certain things. Like I have a video up that shows you the best way of how to capture the white horse mount, which is like the hardest one to get. And then, I show you like how to get the lion, how to get the white bear. Let's see, like if I go here, special mounts, I got the lion, I got the white bear. There's a lot of other ones, but like I show you how to get the baby wyvern, the phoenix, and that's another reason why I ventured out past Crimson Desert over here. I kind of show you the exact like best way to do it. So I did like a trial and error of all that stuff. But yeah. Is there any way to make the stream bigger joined off the short feed? I do have both the short feed and the horizontal feed. I'm doing both of them at the same time. So if you actually go to my channel, I actually even named both of them vertical and horizontal. So it'll be the same title of what I have it on there, and then it'll have like horizontal on there or vertical, so you can go between either one. I appreciate your time and your answers. I gotta go. Nah, you're all good, man. Just got the bear. Nice, nice. Yeah, I mean, if you want, you could always stop in. If you guys subscribe to me, more than happy to kind of help you out along the way. If there's like stuff that I've done or stuff if maybe I haven't done and you're trying to figure out yourself, you could definitely go and do all that. I know with this, like, especially with the vertical feed, you might be like scrolling on your phone and then like you'll see like a vertical. You're like, well, obviously with a game like this, it's better off having like a horizontal feel to it. That's why a lot of times when I show stuff, I'll try to make sure that it's like within like these spots right here, you know, so that I can actively show you. But yeah, this is right here where it shows the Phoenix. This is where the Phoenix starts, but you go over here and there's like a pond over here. And so the Phoenix flies over this way. There's like, I show you specifically how to get it and the best way to do it. So I got plenty of videos up of like how to, there's other things where people were like, oh, how do you get the Darkbringer sword early on? It's going to be like right over here. What I figured out is like a lot of people were like making videos. They're like, oh yeah, go over here to Payloon and then travel all the way over here. I'm like, you ain't got to do all that, dude. All you really have to do is just travel straight through this way. And as soon as it says that you can't get there, like it says, oh, you can't go in this area, you have to turn back or whatever, and it starts giving you like a timer, you could literally just weasel your way over this, just like maybe a couple meters, like go, like you'll be on the mountain, you weasel your way over, and then you can just get the Darkbringer sword early and without having to go all the way over this way, you know, like so many people were like, oh yeah, if you go up over here and then you can travel this way, you can do that. It just takes so much longer. No, we're doing a playthrough. I'm just kind of like telling what I've done. You know, because like somebody was asking earlier. But yeah, I kind of just explain what I pretty much do. Right now, what I'm doing is actually getting materials. So this, I don't know if you've gotten this far, but there is like a part on the map where you can get like a whole bunch of different types of ores and stuff like that. So if you're trying to get anything specific, this is where you'd go. But yeah. And sometimes I'll do videos where I'll be like, all right, in today's video, I'm going to show you exactly where you go on the map in order to be able to get specific ore all in one place. So instead of having to venture out and go to different spots, you can just get it right over here. So it's going to be right over by the Beer Tree Gorge, right in Delicia. You'll travel right up here. There is a nexus point, so you can just travel back to it within a day or so or a couple hours, and you can just farm more ore. And that's pretty much what you do. Small little videos like that, you know, help people out. Let's see, but I will travel back. Let me see. Okay. But yeah, every once in a while, if like someone stops in, I will come in and, you know, like I'll help people out and do that kind of stuff. I don't know much about the map, the game on release, but put it off until now. Nah, you're good, man. I mean, you know, it's kind of like, it's like with, So like where in the game would you say you're at right now? You know, like what chapter would you say? Do you know about the chapters? I got the game on release 2. But then there was like issues with it, so I like refunded it. I got it on Steam because I originally got it on the Epic Game Store, and then I got it on Steam instead. I didn't know if it was the Epic Game Store like issues or something, but I know that Steam doesn't really have any issues with that kind of stuff, so I rebought it on Steam instead. And then I'm kind of just like going through, and I did maybe like a 4-hour playthrough, or actually no, it was a 2-hour playthrough because then you can refund it after that. But then I rebought it, re-downloaded it on my PC, and I'm doing like a playthrough now. Chapter 3, but I've been grinding every possible side quest. That is good. So my bad. Dry throat. That was kind of it's kind of harsh. Oof. All right. I would say for chapter 3, when it comes to the skills, try to get your stamina up. So if you look on my channel, and you could always do this, you know, periodically if you want to get like certain things. Once you get to chapter 4, you might even be able to do it in chapter 3. When you get to chapter 4, there is a sword you can get. And I kind of do show you how to get it. Not the full like how to type of thing. I wanted to keep the video kind of short, but in the comments I do kind of describe how to do that on Facebook. So if you go to my Facebook page, there are people that did ask, and I do kind of describe if you go through the comments. I mean, if I find it and if you comment on that video on YouTube, I'll be able to copy and paste and kind of like show you exactly how to do it. But this sword you can get in chapter 4, possibly even 3. It's a pretty decent one. It does have the Gray Soul Howling like effect that you can do. And so it basically gives you like a second attack on top of your original attack. When you do a heavy attack, it does a second attack of it. So I have this attached, and so with this you basically, this sword, like all the swords are pretty much the same except for like a few things here or there, but this sword you can get early on in like chapter 3 or 4, and I do have a video posted up about how to get to the island. Like when you get, it's up in the abyss, and when you get up there you can basically go and venture off, and you can go and you need stamina. That's why I'm saying you know, get a lot of stamina. What you'll want to do is have a lot of honey tea. You don't need 8 of them. It would be recommended to have at least maybe around 6 honey teas. And your stamina, you probably want it to be probably at least maybe a 5. It would definitely help you out in order to be able to get this sword. It is a very good early sword to use, especially since you're in chapter 3. I would definitely recommend to get it. The Chill and Fallen sword, I don't think I made a video about where to get that, but it's another good, you know, sword to have. But it's definitely something to get. Running the Hound sword or whatever, 4 Biscuers, something similar. Okay. So are you doing the Hound sword? So would that be like a 2-handed sword? standard heavy. The spirit tree. Now you're talking about this, right? Yeah. It is worth it because there's certain attacks that you end up using. Like let's say, I'm trying to think. Cuz some attacks that you use for certain gears will be off of your stamina, right? And I'm sure you've noticed that. But there are certain attacks that go off of your spirit. So there's certain attack like let's say you have magic imbuement, right? And I do have magic imbuement for mostly everything except for the fog, pretty much, or smoke, I guess you could say. But I do have frost, I do have lightning, and then I do have flight and fire, which is the other one. So flight you end up getting just by playing the game. The storm or like wind or whatever I don't have, just because I haven't gotten to that point yet. It will end up helping, like if you're fighting multiple opponents, you could do like a smoke screen and then they can't see you and you could just like attack them and whatnot. But yeah, that's pretty much where the spirit will come into effect, is when you're using those abilities. And also if you're using anything else like heavy attacks, some of it depending on what you're using it for. But also, like, let's say, yeah, I mean, when you're fighting some opponents, like if you're fighting a boss, you want to use the force palm. I don't know if you've used the force palm yet, but to use the force palm multiple times in a row, you want to have spirit, you know? So certain boss fights, it's like in a stagger ability. So when you force palm them, they do stagger. And that's kind of when you're able to do like a whole bunch of attacks. Really, you know, get them to not attack you while you're attacking them, so you don't have to worry about dodging it. Especially if you have a slower build, as opposed to like having anything that's better for you to be able to move, you know, like speed build or anything like that. There are speed builds out there. There's attack builds. There's a whole bunch of, it depends on your playstyle, but if you're just like a casual player and you're really just trying to, like, you know, obviously go through the game, but also trying to experience it, having a very balanced build is going to be your best bet, which is kind of what I'm trying to do. But I'm also like, maybe later on when I like beat the game and I have maybe a few quests, I might actually just like start putting a little bit of effort into like a speed build, and so I can see what I can do. But two-handed swords, I do have the Frozen Anguish sword, which, you know, is good, but the reason why I don't really use it anymore, so this is the first sword that I started upgrading. I don't really want to upgrade it anymore because I've noticed that, yeah, you can level it up pretty high, and it'll be a little bit higher than a regular one-handed sword, but there's an issue with it. So the issue with double-handed swords is the fact that when you do one attack, you could do 2 or maybe even 3 attacks with 2 swords, you know, two-handed sword. Same goes for a spear. A spear, you could do 3 to 4 attacks within the same time that it takes you to swing the two-handed sword 2 times. So I'm like 40, 50 hours in. Just haven't touched any main story. No, I get you. Yeah, I was a little confused about it too, but then I started like kind of experimenting with certain things. And when you look at the timing that it takes to swing a two-handed sword, right? The two-handed sword, like I was just saying, when you swing a two-handed sword 2 times, you know, you're not gonna get as many hits. You know, like you want to, if you're trying to do something that's balanced, I would kind of rate it where it would be like, I mean, I could even just kind of like show you. So I'll go, let me see where I can go. I'll go over, let me go over here and I'll show you what I'm talking about. All right. So I'm gonna run over here real quick. All right. So let's take out two-handed sword, right? So got the two-handed sword. See how long that takes? Right? Let me turn it down. Alright, so you see how long that's taking? Now if I go and then let's say I switch to two-handed. Alright. Alright, so it's a lot quicker. See what I'm saying? Now if I go back to the one-handed, it's slightly slower, not by much. But you see how long that takes? So if I do that, that's a heavy attack. It does take a little bit longer. And then if I switch back to the two-handed, wasn't trying to do that, but it's okay. Get up out of here. Yeah, you could dual wield. Yeah. Definitely dual wielding is pretty sick. Yeah, so there's dual wielding. And then for me, what I've been actually going... Yeah, what actually, you know what? I could show you this. Alright, so let's go back to the dual wield, right? Now, you could actually go and you can throw one of the swords. When you're dual wielding, you can throw the sword. And it comes back. It's like a boomerang. Right? And then you can block with it. You do all that stuff. Alright, let's go. This. Now watch. Look at that. And it uses a lot of your stamina. Now, what I did with this, though, I can stamina siphon off of people. So it's a level 1 stamina siphon. I put attack speed on there, so it's a lot faster. But, yeah. I can do 3 attacks within however long it takes to do 2 attacks with the dual wielding sword. So to dual wield, you go here, right? You would normally have... what are you playing on? So you're playing on PlayStation or you're playing on PC? So normally this would be what you would have, right? You would have a shield and your sword when you do one-handed sword, right? You'd have the shield and the sword, is what I'm guessing. You have to go into here to be able to... So you have to go into the function to be able to switch out the swords, right? You know how to get here? So what you have to do is you have to switch out... Okay, you're on PlayStation. I'm on PC, so I don't know how it would be on PlayStation. It might be the D-pad, maybe. I think you might have to press this, I think, in order to get it. So if you could pull this up, figure out how to pull this up on PlayStation. And then what you'll do is, because I have the dual wielding, this is how it looks. But when I swap it out, you just cycle through all of these until your secondary sword pops up. And then now I got dual wielding. And this would still be blocking with it, you know? And then I could still have the you can also shield bash at a certain point. I think it's like in chapter 4. But yeah, that's how you do that. That's so fast, dude. It is ridiculous. Honestly, dude. That's why I'm switching over to the spear. Of having a shield equipped. So, now, are you talking about, like, whatever gears that you have on the shield? Is that what you're talking about? So, no, like, if whatever gears that you have... Now, if they're speed gears, it does translate to you moving faster. Because you still technically have it on you. But mainly, whatever you have mainly equipped, like if I was to do this and have this out, then the other two are technically equipped. Like fortification, yeah, I get you. You're probably going to want to take that off if you're using fortification. If you want that part of your build, you're going to have to put it on something else. If you're going to be doing dual wielding. Like pretty much the shield on my back is basically just an aesthetic right now, because I'm not actually utilizing it. So, but yeah, if I switch to this, then obviously I have the shield option. And then I switch back to, you know, the spear. But yeah. It all depends on, so like my stamina, I'm gonna have to level up really high so that I can continue doing this, you know, and just keep on like fighting whatever boss and just be able to take them out, you know, so. But the stamina does regen pretty quickly. But yeah, it's definitely something that you have to really look into and how you want to do it. It kind of all depends on what build you're going for. So with the spear, it does give you like a little bit of an option to kind of be fast, but also do a lot of attacks all at once. Let's
If you want something unique, just ask.
refine some of my stuff. I need some more iron ore. No, yeah, I mean, that's why I picked it up. It was actually one of the... I think I picked it up. It was like my third armor set that I picked up. Or maybe my second. I think it maybe have been my second one. Let's see. I would have to say, so like this armor set is originally black, if you look it up. I mean, you could see it when I go to the actual, like, you could see it right here, it's black, but I dyed it white. So. Yeah, so I'll need more fleece. And that can't be refined, so.
The master of the anvil stands before you.
I do want to do this, so I'll get more timber and fine timber.
If you want, I want to hear all about what my work has seen out there.
Yeah, and I'm trying to do all this stuff too, so it's definitely a lot to do. I want to, the sanctums, the spires, all that stuff you have to do. Did you do all of the camp though? That's the question. Because you might think you did all of it, but since you're in chapter 3, there's certain challenges or quests that don't unlock until you progress certain other quests and the main storyline. Oh, okay, no, I get you. I would have to say, yeah, so like you may think that you're done with the camp, you are not. Because there's certain things that you can't do. Like I realized that you can't just go and like get the absolute black dye. You can't just go and just buy the absolute white dye. I had to do like a plethora of quests in order to just unlock that. You know, and I wanted to get those two specifically because I'm using them a lot. And as you can see in this one. No, I mean, honestly, unless you're trying to just rush through it, I mean, there's a lot to do, obviously. You know, like when it comes to like all the minerals, I found all of them already except for like 2 other ones. But like there's silver ore that you can buy, or not even buy, but like you can mine. But nah, I mean there's so much to do in the game. It takes a while to do. And they're just adding more stuff to it, so it's only going to get longer and longer. Which is actually why I'm happy that I took some time away from doing it right away. So that I can actually, you know, play it once it actually comes out a little more. Everything else but the story. Yeah, no, I get you. I'm kind of the same way too. So if you're trying to, like, I don't know if you've known about this yet, but if you're trying to, like, let's say you need lumber or timber or whatever, you could always go like this. And you can knock the tree down just by doing that. So that's a little heads up. And then with this, obviously, you'll need to actually take out an axe. I don't know if I have an axe equipped. I might have one. Yeah, I didn't think I had one. That kind of sucks. Yeah, because you can't. Yeah, you can't really do anything with that. You actually need the axe in order to be able to do the rest of this, so might have to go grab one. Been working up to it. Force bomb, yeah. It takes a little bit of time to... So even, like, let's say you are kind of, like, worried about using specific Abyss artifacts, you don't really have to worry about it too much. Just because you can actually go and, let me see if I can pull it out now. I guess not. Let me, I think that might work. Yeah, that is kind of the bad part about it. It does disappear. Nah, I need an actual logging axe. I don't know if I sold it or what. I think I might have actually sold it. Is the bank actually worth using? Yes. For sure. I had 1 gold bar. I put it in the bank, and I've had... Where's it at? I mean, it doesn't show it on... you are on the horizontal, but I've had... I've only used about, like, 300 silver since then, so... I do need to find a logging axe. That's kind of weird that it's not allowing me to run. There we go. But yeah, I would definitely recommend putting the bar in the bank. That is the best option for you to do. What the... There we go. I do have a logging axe. Never mind. Alright. Now I can get some timber. No, but 100% the bank is worth it. Alright, and then I go here. There we go. Nah, but it definitely is worth it. The characters you will end up playing, so ironically enough, I think it's chapter 7 and 8. You do end up playing with the other two characters, which I've been kind of avoiding that. Oh, and FYI, I'll show you something on the map right now. So you know where you have the house, or where the house is supposed to be? There actually is a little thing over here. So go towards the cliff area, and if you go down there, there's actually a little, like a little room with a little thing in there. So there actually is stuff that's like right by the camp. So I would recommend actually searching around the camp and see what else you can find. So there is other things to actually to get. I've been wondering what the has been down there. Yeah. Yeah, so you go over there and then there's like something that's there. I didn't know for the longest. Alright. We both talking about the room that with the dragon statue? Yeah. Yes, we are. I feel like that should be enough. Wood. 41, yeah, but I only got 5 of that. That's not really much. use the healing palm the same way with the axle force. Are you talking about... What are you trying to do, though? Like, what exactly are you trying to do? I might be able to explain to you. Yeah, if you tell me what you're trying to do. Are you trying to heal while you're in the air, or what exactly are you trying to do? Well, how do you attach the string to the tree and force palm to knock it down? Ah, okay. Yeah, so... You know how when you're able to do this, right? Like, you'll be able to have this at some point. I'm trying to remember exactly when. But you're able to do that at some point, right? And then the same way that you do the force palm, it'll shoot the force palm through the link that you have, and then it'll shoot it into the tree. And that's pretty much how you do it. Let me see if I have any more timber. I could have sworn that I did have more, but I guess not. No, I guess not. You're just trying to figure out how to do the force palm when attaching it to something, which makes sense. I get what you mean. To an ally? Ooh, that I haven't tried to do. Usually when you're trying to force heal something, you'll be like right next to him or something. I haven't tried to actually like link it
and see what skill
to anybody,
fire
so
can
I don't
create.
even know if you could do that. I don't know if that would even be a thing that you could do. So I need more fine timber in order to be able to refine that. a lot more timber. Well, not fine timber, but just regular timber in order to be able to upgrade that. So I'm at level 23 with that.
Stay, and I can mend what others deem ruined. Just bring it in.
Yeah, I need more bloodstone. Or I need a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, I know what you're trying to say. You're trying to say, is there a way to do it from a distance? Not that I know of. I haven't seen anyone do that, but I haven't tried it myself. I mean, I could try to do it, I guess. I could try it right now. But I haven't actively seen anyone do that before. Nah, you can't. Yeah, see, it turns red. You can't do that. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to. Let me see. I do want to get armor for this horse, though. Which is something I should do. Ah, okay. I can't be summoned at this location, really? But I could summon the crow. This village full of people wearing animal masks and they carry gold bars. Ooh, I've seen videos on that, so I've gone over there. It doesn't spawn as much as you would think it does. You're better off actually doing, which I'll probably make a video on it pretty soon. You don't really need too much. You're barely in chapter 3. You don't really need that much silver yet. I'm getting to the point where I'm going to start needing it. And so you got to figure that I'm in chapter 6. At some point I will start needing it. Like a lot of it, but right now you don't need it. You know, you're barely in chapter 3. So I'm going to make a video on how to get more gold, because you can make gold yourself, like gold bars yourself. What you should try to do though is try to find some crude gold bars, because that'll help you be able to make actual gold bars, and then you can kind of go from there. But yeah, I mean, right now, yeah, you don't really need too much of that going on, so. What do I need to refine this? It is a 5. So need more bloodstone and iron ore. There's a lot of copper stuff over here, but well, no, there's some over here. Never mind. Thought you couldn't convert them to actual gold, only the gold ores. So I sold the crude ones. Yeah, I gotcha. There's a lot of stuff you can do. I mean, for me, I try to just keep everything. Oh, nice. They finally did it. Okay, so I could finally plant stuff here.
I wish I could. This place is perfect for growing plants. Even the weeds you discard, grow a plant right, and it might save your life one day.
This is the comrade you wanted me to speak to, right? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay.
Hey, you got a moment? Just looking at the crops growing strong out in the field puts a smile on my face. I'm always tending to plants, but it's a shame that I'm the only one feeling this joy. I'd love for everyone else to feel what it's like. Plant a seed, tend to it, and harvest the fruit. But before I can teach them, I need to understand where they might struggle. So, how about you try growing this seed yourself? I'd like to learn from your experience before I teach the others.
Alright. You can cultivate your own crops in the garden, select seeds in your inventory, and press spacebar to hold them. Then press Control to aim at the hole dug in the ground, and press E again to plant. Okay. Very nice. Okay, so they gave me apple seeds. Plant the seed. Alright. Select seed in my inventory. Okay. Harvest apples.
Finally interested in raising plants proper, are you? They say anyone who loves plants, don't forget to tend to your plants.
Anyways, good
every
talking.
day.
Nah, I appreciate you. Could always stop in. Could always chat it up again. I appreciate you stopping in. Alright, I need to get a fertilizer. Camp Smithy. Okay. Hmm. Interesting. Does my camp even have a smithy right now? Oh, it does.
A blazing fire is the secret to a fine weapon. You've found the finest blacksmith in Piewell. Care to witness the iron art my hammer can forge? Want something custom made? You
So I
just
could
tell me what you need.
finally refine my stuff here. Jeez. Alright, extraction.
Want something custom made? You just tell me what you need. Want something custom made? You've found the finest blacksmith in Piewell. Take good care of your gear. If a fight breaks out, call on me. I need to keep my senses sharp.
Foundation of abundance. And there's just so much to do. This is crazy. Absolutely crazy. All right. Let's see. Yeah, so I've reached the 2-hour mark. I think that's good enough for tonight. Alright. I think tomorrow I'm going to try to do the similar thing. Hopefully everyone enjoyed the stream today. Today's just going to be a quick, short stream. Tomorrow I'll try to be back into it again. Might do an early stream tomorrow. I'll try to figure out when I want to stream. But I appreciate everyone stopping in. Always appreciated.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate you talking, Dren or Ren. Always appreciated. Appreciate everyone that does follow, like, and subscribe to me. I do stream over on YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. Those are the 3 stream platforms I do stream on. Remember to hit that notification bell to be notified every time I go live. Give me a like. It always goes a long way. Leave a comment in the comments section below my videos. Appreciate it if you guys follow me over on YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. Those are the 3 stream platforms I do stream on. I do give you highlight reels, updates, all the good stuff. So if there's anything new that does pop out, I try to do that in a timely manner. Don't always get to it the first day, or sometimes I do. But I do try to find the best way to do it for you guys. So appreciate you guys stopping in. Anyone that does want to get highlight reels, you can always follow me over on Twitter, Instagram, Threads, Facebook, TikTok, Lemonade, Little Red Book, or Rumble. I do post highlight reels on there as well. So I do post highlight reels over on YouTube as well. So if you guys are seeing this on YouTube, you could still just stay here, and I'll be posting it on here as well. I am starting to get a little more savvy in my editing game, so I'm starting to edit things a little better and changing things up here or there, but I do appreciate y'all stopping in. Outside of that, I hope you guys had a good one, and I will catch you guys next time.